Welcome to Behind the Grind, a series that looks to uncover the stories behind some of the elite athletes, business leaders, and coaches, exploring the mindset, the values, and the experiences that shape their success. I am your host, Will Hanke, and today we have a very special guest, another teammate of mine, a 3-star recruit coming out of high school, signed to Kennesaw State, where he had an absolute standout freshman campaign. He signed with Louisville this offseason as a 5-star transfer and one of the top players in the portal. This season, he's averaging 10 points a game and contributes to winning night in, night out. Off the court, he's one of the best Call of Duty players in all of college basketball, and he raps alongside our teammate, Kenai Ruth. So from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I'd like to give a very warm welcome to Adrien Woolly.
My dog was good.
AD, I'm glad to have you on today. I appreciate you joining me.
Glad to be here.
So, I just mentioned your rap career, if you want to call it a career, and I talked to Kenai a little bit about his. I just want to know what you like about rapping. What do you get out of it? It's just a fun thing that you like to do?
I mean, really, it's just something you do when you bored. I mean, Kenai had bought a little studio or whatever, so me and him just stepped off into the studio and just start making some music. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a rapper at all, but it's kind of fun. It's cool.
Who are some of your favorite rappers?
I'm NBA YoungBoy fan to the T, man.
Makes sense. Baton Rouge guy.
Yeah, Baton Rouge guy for sure. Then I like some local artists like my boy, one of Junior Boy. You gotta listen to him. He's tough. And then who else? I'm into like No Cap and Rollo and stuff like that. So that's cool.
Gotcha. You kind of got one of those deep voices, like a Big X the Plug.
I wish I did, boy. That was overly deep.
So before we get into the meat and potatoes of today, we're going to start with the Eric Would You Rather question. Eric Wood is a former Louisville football player and a close friend of the podcast. So I'd like to know, obviously basketball being your top aspiration right now, but aside from that, would you rather go viral as a Call of Duty streamer, or would you rather go viral and go into a rap career?
I'll say go viral in a rap career. I mean, I feel like that industry makes a lot of money due to, like, you feel me? People like music. I feel like music around the world right now. So I feel like, music for sure.
I think you got the outfit for it too.
Oh, yeah,
right
for
now.
sure. I mean,
you stunting with the studded pants and everything. I think you got the look for it.
Yeah, it's cooler.
So you were from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way you talk. Tuscaloosa.
Good country, man.
What's your favorite thing about growing up in Tuscaloosa?
Man, I'll just say, like, the people. And then, too, the environment. It was just, like, cool, calm, and collected. A lot of people up there who really love on you and really who care about you. So just being up there with those people for like 18 years, it was a fun experience. Something you got to go through.
And tell me a little bit about your family and how they were how they kind of influenced you to be the person you are today.
I mean, they pushed me to be the best person I could be each and every time I do something, or if I step off into the activity, they want me to be the best at it, and they just guided me throughout this walk of life. So I appreciate my mama for everything she do, my brother and my pop. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to them.
For sure.
I know you've talked a little bit about just growing up in that area, how sports were such a big part of your life. What did you play any other sports growing up aside from basketball?
I played baseball. I don't think people know that. I used to play baseball in middle school. I tried it out. It was cool or whatever. I wanted to play football though. That's what I really wanted to do. But my mom, she wouldn't let me because she felt like it was too physical or whatever. So
that's fair. Yeah. It's kind of ironic because you're a very physical basketball player.
Yeah, I feel like I am too.
I feel
like I would have for sure been a good football player. Yeah.
Hell of a running back.
Running back is this. I probably would have played like QB corner or something like that, locking something down.
Did you grow up as an Alabama? Were you a Crimson Tide fan?
Most definitely. Football fan for sure. Yeah. But it's crazy though, because my dad was a Florida State fan, so they could collide a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And so aside from, you had your baseball career, and fortunately your mom shut down the football career.
Yeah.
Just growing up playing basketball there, I'm sure you played on several amateur teams growing up. Mm-hmm. What kind of AAU teams did you grow up playing on?
First coming into like the basketball stage and stuff, we had a local group called Tuscaloosa Onyx. Appreciate them boys forever, like Coach Joe, Coach Jeff, and what's my other coach name? Dr. Lothar. Dr. Lothar for sure. So yeah, them just guided me throughout early basketball stages, how that go, playing with kids around my age and kids around from where I'm from. So it was a fun experience, I played with the Tuscaloosa Onyx. Ended up switching my 6th grade year to a team called Tuscaloosa Kings, which was another local team. But we did good. We was playing on like big stages and stuff like that. After I played with them, I went to the Alabama Fusion, and that's where it really kicked off a little bit. You know, started playing with people from all over Alabama, all over in different states and stuff like that. So that was cool. And then my last year, I switched to Pro 1, and Pro 1 was a good fit. You know, my 11th grade year, that was my last year of playing AAU. Got a couple offers from them. Played in some great tournaments, and got coached by Danny Cervic, which is a great coach. Yeah,
that's a heck of a journey right there.
Yeah.
I think talking about you playing on a national stage with some of your local boys on the second team you played on, that was kind of my experience growing up playing AAU. I think that's the most fun. You know,
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
that small, that tight group of guys, and then being able to feel like it's you against the world when
Man,
you go
most
play on the
definitely.
national stage.
Yeah, it was good to play with some of those boys. Like one person that was on that team, Ty Davis from Creighton. So yeah, he's cool. Knockdown shooter, went to Mount Brook. So it was good to play with him for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you always wear number 14?
I went from, well, younger days I was always number 14, but like when I went to high school, coming in my freshman year, I was number 3. So yeah, I played number 3 until my 12th grade year. So yeah.
Why 14?
14, that was the last number my dad seen me play in, so I just felt like I should just keep rocking it, you know.
That's special.
Cool. Yeah.
And what was the reason for switching to 3?
They didn't have number 14 when I went to school, so yeah, I had to wait until they got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think very evident for people that watch you play is you play with a lot of passion. Like you got that dog in you, like you say.
Sure.
Where does that come from?
I feel like just, you know, being the type of basketball player I am, you know, growing up, played with older kids and see how aggressive stuff can get, how stuff can translate. So, I mean, just playing with older kids and then just loving the game. So I feel like all that comes from like just the love of the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big motivating factor. You know, when you playing not for the money, not for just to win, but you know you're playing for the love of the game, and obviously winning is living out that passion to go
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah.
So you attended Paul Bryant High School in Alabama. What did it mean to you to play there and to stay home? You know, there are several, a lot of the top players in the country now, they'll go, play prep schools or maybe different things like that. What did it mean to you to stay home and play at Paul Bryant?
I mean, it felt good. Most of my family went to Hillcrest High School, which is like not too far from Paul Bryant High School, but I decided to go to Paul Bryant and just be a little different, because I went to Eastwood Middle School, so that's like right across the street from each other. So, I mean, playing at Paul Bryant, it just helped me out because like the year before I came, they won a state championship, so I had aspirations to win a state championship playing under the coach Sean Pitlove, which is my guy to the death, man. So, I mean, just going there and just knowing that, like, you getting coached by a great coach, being around some of your friends still, and I didn't really get a chance to, how everybody else do go over, like, prep schools and stuff like that. I didn't really get a chance to do that until my 11th grade year, but I decided to stay and just wait it out because I knew, like, my time was coming, everything happens for a reason and things gonna fall how they supposed to fall. So, yeah.
How is high school basketball in Alabama? How are those game environments?
Man, it was crazy. Now they switched a couple teams from the area, which is our rivals. They switched their area so they don't play each other no more. But we had big rivals with like Northridge, Central, and Hillcrest. Those games was jumping. I got to show you videos on that. The games was jumping.
I like to see it. That sounds like fun.
Man.
There's a lot of that high school environment is being rejuvenated in the area right now. Where I went to high school, St. X.
Yeah.
Some of their rivals. Mayle's got a great team this year. Ballard's got a great team this year. Trinity's got a great team this year. I gotta get you out to some games.
Yeah, for sure. We got to catch one.
Yes, sir. After your high school career, successful career playing in Alabama, and being a 3-star recruit, you had several offers from other schools. Just talk about maybe some of those other schools and ultimately why Kennesaw State stood out to you and why you made the decision to go there.
Yeah, coming out of high school, being a 3-star recruit, that was a blessing. I felt like just Kennesaw was like just the best fit for me. My top 3 coming out of high school was Murray State, Sanford, and Kennesaw. Out of those 3, I just felt like, getting coached by a coach who was under a program like Alabama, because, I'm from Alabama, so having that Alabama connection, I felt like was great for me. And, Antoine Peway is a great guy. You know, his way of coaching is amazing. How he pushes you to be the best person you could be. So like going there, I just feel like I could better myself, you know, become the best person I could be, and you feel me, I did it. So yeah.
Did you like living in Atlanta?
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was definitely cool. Stayed out the way a little bit, but it was, if every time you wanted to do something, you could do it, you know? Yeah.
And when you got to Kennesaw State, you know, a guy like yourself who had a standout freshman year, so many cases where a guy goes to a smaller school as a freshman and transfers up to a larger program his second year. Was that your plan? Was that your goal going into Kennesaw State, would you say?
Nah, really, like, you know, a high school player, you know, coming to college, I feel like that was a big thing, just being able to even play on a college level. You know, a lot of people from my city don't get to do that. So, like, going there, I just really wanted to, you know, play best basketball I could play, you know, be the best person I could be. Just going there just showed me a lot. We was around a lot of good players, a lot of NBA players came in, walked in, was working out. So just being able to see them work out at Kennesaw and then being able to play with like people who like amazing people, great athletes and stuff like that, coming out of high school, it was just great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going in with that where I asked you where you get that dog from. It's just your desire to win. You went into that place with the desire to impact winning and play your best basketball.
Yeah, really, Kennesaw helped out with that for sure though. Like the way we practiced, like we was just going each other every day. Like Coach Antoine Petway had a saying he always said all the time. It was iron sharpen iron. So like we going in competing against each other, which is gonna make each other better for when we play in the game. So we had a great season last year. We bounced back from. I mean, they had they had a decent season before, but when we came in, we ended up going to we played in the semifinals, ended up going to the conference USA championship game and losing. But it was cool. It was a great experience.
Yeah, and that iron sharpening iron, you know, going against each other every single day in practice, that also only brings you closer as a team, you know, having the experiences where you're going at each other's neck. But you know, it's about respect for the game and respect for each other. You know, you're making each other better and building that sweat equity with your teammates takes you a long way. In the season at Rutgers, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's the next question. Your season at Kennesaw State, you all had some big wins. A very notable one coming against Rutgers early in the season at home against two future lottery picks, you know, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. Just talk about beating them at home and what that meant for your team early in the season.
Yeah. Going into that game, it was really like kill or be killed. We knew like it was gonna be a tough game. You know, it was the biggest game that they had, top 20 matchup. So like going into that game, our mindset was just, you know, go out and play our best basketball and be the best people we could be. Went out there, had a great first half. It was an iffy second half, but ended up what happened was they ended up coming back. Like them two great players, Dylan Harper and Ace, two great players. But they ended up coming back. Ace Bailey get the ball. He's coming down the court. I think he jumped up in the air and threw it to somebody in the corner. I ended up catching it. Boom. End up winning it, like basically like off a steal. So like it was good. That environment was crazy. First top 20 win for that school in a minute. And so like it was good. Like the atmosphere was amazing. Like it was the biggest crowd I ever seen coming out of high school, you know, as a freshman. So and then being able to compete against those players and get that exposure, it was great. So,
and you and Dylan Harper are kind of similar players. You know, y'all were both freshmen, both lefty guards. Y'all can score it. Y'all impact winning at a high level. Did you look at that matchup any differently going into that game against him?
I mean, I knew I had to bring my best when I stepped out onto that court. But other than that, I felt like we just had to, you feel me, be the best as a team. Like whoever makes the least mistakes that game would have won that game, and we just did that. So yeah.
And moving forward from that, you, like I said, you had an unbelievable season at Kennesaw State, averaged 19, 5, and 4, and even broke the Conference USA record for winning Freshman of the Week, I think like 11 times in one season. How did you see your game develop over the course of the season? Were you were getting better, like you said, in the offseason with iron sharpening iron, but just did your confidence level start to rise as the season progressed? So just talk about your development throughout the season.
I felt like it really progressed with just like from the start of that summer. Like I was in the gym with my partner, Marcus Anthony. We was in the gym like 24/7 each and every day, like just stacking days. We always had a saying like you stack days and become consistent at something, your confidence is gonna build up over time. So we just stayed down, stayed to it each and every day, getting in the gym, not taking no days off, and just making ourselves better. Like so, it just helped me gain confidence over time. Just because you're in the same gym doing the same things that you're gonna do in the game. So it made the game way more easier for me.
Yeah, you were grounded in your work, and you knew that you were putting all that work in. So you just then it was just fun.
It was just fun after that. Yeah,
absolutely. And I still see, that's you haven't changed one bit at Louisville. There's times where I walk into the Kieber Center late at night. Somebody, there's always somebody shooting in there, but a lot of times I walk in there and there's you on the gun getting in your 300, 100.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like you gotta I feel like I'm a night owl. Like I always go to the gym at night. It's always peaceful. Just enjoying the moment.
Absolutely. And so after your season, entered the transfer portal. Like I said, a top 10 player in the portal, and you ultimately chose Louisville. The city of Louisville's thrilled to have you. What other schools were you heavily considering, and why did you ultimately choose Louisville?
My top 4 coming out of Kennesaw, I think it was Kansas, Auburn, Bama, and Louisville. So what ultimately made me to choose that decision was just, get a new experience and get a new feel for the game. I knew Louisville, it was a big basketball state. Everybody loved basketball. So coming up here and being able to play for a city like this was amazing. Just always say like a kid from Alabama doing something like this is like people don't get to do it all the time. So I was just grateful to be in a position and make a pick like that, and then choosing Louisville, it was just, hands down the best option for me. I felt like I could get better here, getting coached under Pat Kelsey. So you feel me? I feel like it's just all goes around full circle,
Yes, sir. Like you said, a kid from Alabama. Was it hard to pass up on the Crimson Tide?
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. I'd say just because you're a hometown kid. You always want to play for your hometown. So just being able to even be able to pick a school like that, being able to choose a school like that, if I was to, it was just a blessing. So yeah,
that's all the work he was putting in, showing
for
having it enabled all those opportunities.
Oh, definitely.
Like you said, Coach Pat Kelsey being a big part of your decision. What about him really attracted you to wanting to play under him? Was it his fast-paced system with you being a guard and having opportunities? Was it his energy? Was it just talk about some of the things you liked about Coach PK?
I say his energy. Like from the first time we got on the phone, when I was still at Kennesaw making my decision. He got on the phone like instant, like quick. After I got on the phone with Coach Ham, he called me like right after. So just being able to talk to him, seeing how much energy he had, how much compassion he had into the game, and then coming up here, seeing how the players live, how the system operates and how the system is, it was just like, I feel like I could fit. So I just feel like I should do it, Yeah.
Were you excited to be a part? Not necessarily, the Revival was your freshman year at Kennesaw State. Was when the Revival was taking place here with Coach Kelsey took it over and turned the program around. Were you excited to become part of just, like a building culture, a developing thing with this fan base that was so excited about it?
Most definitely. I feel like coming in with players like, Michael, Ryan, and Isaac, just coming in with them, being able to, compete. They already been at a level like this playing against high major competition. So I feel like, why not give myself a chance to do it, So, yeah.
And now you've got about half the season under your belt. What would you say is your favorite thing about this group?
I'd say just the way that we connect, like, off the court. Like, our conversations in the training room and training facilities, I love those. Like, being able to joke around with your teammates and then being around people who not from the U.S., which is amazing. So, like, having those type of people around you will just really open up your horizon, make you see different things in life.
Absolutely. And before the season, we took a team trip to Charleston.
Yeah.
We spent like three days, just a weekend there. And like you talk about our connectivity on and off the court, how do you think that team trip to Charleston played a big part in that?
I mean, it was good, being able to take a team trip, still being able to get some work in, and then just being able to, get off our feet and just explore a city that we never been to. So I feel like it was just amazing, being able to build that connection.
All right, I love that. And being at Louisville, like I said, having half this season under your belt, is there one thing that stands out that you'd say the biggest difference between the mid-major level where you were at Kennesaw State and now being in the ACC, being at a Power 5 program, what is the biggest difference between those two levels to you as a player?
I feel like the biggest difference is really like how can I say it? I feel like the biggest difference. Oh,
no, you're good. Just you can think about it too. Like he'll cut it out.
Oh yeah, bet. The biggest difference really is just like the competition, knowing that you got to go out each and every game and give your best. I say you playing like it's an opportunity each and every single night. You know, you playing ranked teams every time. Like we don't duck smoke. So like the teams that we playing are not sweet. So you're like just being able to, you know, go out and prove yourself, and then like the notoriety that you get after each and every game. So, you know, just being able to be in an environment like this is cool. Yeah.
And I mentioned your stats. You're still producing 10 points a game, impacting winning every single night. But, you know, you're an unbelievable defender and honestly one of the best offensive rebounding guards I've seen in person. How were you able to adapt so well from going to Kennesaw State where you averaged 19, you had the ball in your hands a lot? How was it adapting to, like you mentioned, playing along so many great players, and you've been able to adapt so well and just impact winning?
Yeah. Just
talk about the difference in adapting to playing with more talent.
Yeah, I always felt like I was a person that like can affect winning in any way possible. You know, if the ball's not going in, I know I can play defense. If I can't, you know, get rebounds, I know I can go get some assists. So I always been a person like didn't want to fill up the stat sheet, help my team win, because overall this is what you want to do as a team. So just being able to like, you know, switch from going from 19 to let's say 10 as of right now. I mean, it's not really a big difference just because like, you know, things occur within the game and it's just how the game goes. But like just being able to affect the game of winning in every category, and then just being able to, you know, produce in every category. And then this year, just becoming a better defender, I just felt like I needed to do that. I feel like the team needed that. So I just feel like any way possible that I can help, I'm going to just do it, you know.
Yeah, and I give you a lot of credit. Like you said, just sometimes the game happens. Just you can't control the circumstances, but you do a great job, like you said, impacting winning and staying ready for the opportunity. Like the last couple of weeks, Michael hasn't been able to play, and you've stepped in as a starter. You've been able to handle it a lot more. Has there been a switch in your confidence level? You know I asked about it during your time at Kennesaw State, but having more opportunities, do you feel just more comfortable, more confident, and has that kind of progressed just as the season has gone on?
Yeah, ever since the first game, you know you're gonna come in with some jitters. You know, being away from home, not being close to home, and then, you know, just all the fans that we have, so it might give you a little jitter. So like from the first game to now, you know, building confidence each and every game. Like each and every game was like a stepping stone for me. You know, just getting used to how everything goes, how our system goes, how the fans react to certain things. So I feel like, you know, I feel like it's just basketball, like getting acclimated to how everything goes, you know.
Yeah. Pretty much in any situation.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, I'm getting comfortable about each and every game. Like confidence just goes up as you play, and then as you keep putting in work. So you get comfortable by over time, so I don't stress it, you know. Yeah.
I love to see it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the fan base. We got, I think, the best fan base in the country. I grew up a Louisville fan, so maybe a little more biased, but just talk about your experience with this fan base so far and how they've welcomed you to the city and how much that means to you.
I mean, they welcome me with open arms, you know, being able to walk around the city and then being notarized every time you go somewhere by a fan or by a kid, you know. It's amazing, like, coming from Alabama, a lot of people don't really get notarized for being, like, who they are. So, like, just coming up here and just getting welcome, like, just open arms, open care. Then how I see that they pack out the gym is like, it's amazing.
Yeah, away from home for you coming all the way up here.
Yeah.
And so far, being in the city, I think Kanai was on the show a couple weeks ago, and we asked you this, but your favorite food spot in Louisville?
Yeah, Kaitlin's 80-20 hands down, best burgers in the city for sure.
I gotta check that out.
And it's cold, I'm telling you.
You got a favorite dinner spot? Where did you go on your visit? Where did you go to dinner?
Where did I go? I think I went to Steak and Bourbon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I went to Steak and Bourbon. But I heard they talk about Jeff Ruby's a lot, so I gotta go see what that's about.
You gotta go check it out.
Yeah, for
Coach
sure.
Thomas Carr is there like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
He runs that place. All right. Now's the phone a friend.
Yeah. I'll just call him and ask him a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you gonna call?
My partner KJ, he know me better.
KJ?
Yeah.
You want to ask him the question?
Yeah, what's the question? What I'm asking?
No, you can. Oh, who KJ? Is that somebody you used to play?
Yeah, my old teammate from high school. Yeah. So
I don't know him as well. Yeah, I mean, I could ask him. I want maybe I'll ask him like just one thing people wouldn't know about Adrien Woolly.
Oh, let me call Mark. Let me see if Marcus answer. My old trainer, Marcus. Let me see.
What's his name? Marcus?
Marcus Anthony, yeah.
Marcus Anthony.
Marcus.
Coach Anthony.
Yeah. Let's see if he else. See what he's doing.
Well, before we wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the DashClip Phone-a-Friend segment. DashClip is a lifestyle wallet company that produces high-level, high-quality products in the wallet brand, as well as bag tags, a new venture there. So go check out all their products. We've got on the phone, who we got?
Yo, let's see if I don't think he's going to answer. Let's see if we find another one. He probably had practice. Let's see.
Cool. We can edit all this anyways.
Yeah. I should call another. Let me see. Go through these contacts. Who a good person?
Should have I did. I forgot to let you know beforehand. You
Oh no,
you
did tell me. You did tell me. I should have had them already down before just be doing stuff. Who can I phone?
You don't want to call KJ?
Yeah, I can call him. He gonna answer off the rip.
Hopefully he don't expose you.
Yeah, I hope he don't say nothing crazy.
He won't. When he answers, just keep it like kind of close to the mic so it picks up. Who is this? Who are we calling?
Oh, it's Mark right here. It's Marcus Anthony. He right here. Mark over good. I'm on a podcast right now. They told me to phone a friend.
Coach Anthony, this is Will Hanke. We're on Behind the Grind podcast right now. Adrian gave you a lot of credit in his basketball career, and he said you all have a great relationship. What is one thing about the person Adrien Woolly that most fans wouldn't know? I like that. And hey, I've gotten to know it a little bit myself, and I think the fans will love to hear that.
Yeah, man, everything. Literally everything. He'll find something funny out of every little thing.
That's the truth.
Never know that because a lot of people only know like basketball age.
All right, Coach. Hey, I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, anytime. and he's never beat me one-on-one.
Oh my God, bro. Hey, bro, check him out, bro. He ain't tell you.
We may have to fact check that.
Yeah, they real. I haven't beat him one-on-one, but I beat him in a three-point competition. Last time he shot, I won. He know that.
He definitely got way better at that. I couldn't get him anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one-on-one he got me last time, but ask him last time he played me though. Mark, when was the last time we played?
Ninth grade.
But yeah, this is my dog, man. Appreciate you, Mark. I'm gonna hit you. Bet, my dog.
Man, so he said you're sillier than people know, but
Yeah,
you can't beat him in a one-on-one.
I mean, he ain't never gave me the opportunity again.
After he beat you when you were a freshman in high school, he never wanted to play you again.
Never played me.
You hit that growth spurt and he got a little scared. Nah, that's a good bump. As a competitor.
Most definitely.
One more question before we're done. Aside from basketball, aside from playing the game, what is one thing that you want people to remember you by? What is one thing you want to define? What's one thing you want to define Adrien Woolly?
That's a great question. What's one thing I want people to define me as? I feel like I want people to define me as like a caring person. I feel like sometimes I'm overly caring sometimes, but I feel like I just care about how everybody feel, how how everybody's well-being is more than myself. Care about how people, interact with other people. Instead, like if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I really just care about people well-being before myself. I put a lot of people before myself.
And I asked that to a lot of the people that come on this show, and that answer comes up. The people that have so much going on for themselves, their impact is defined by the impact that they have on other people.
Right.
And I mean, even you coming on this show for me, and just driving 20 minutes out of your way to
most
get out here on your off day, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, most definitely.
And it just shows. I think that shows up in the way you play the game.
Most definitely.
Accepting your role this year and impacting winning. You've become a better defender. You do so many things to impact the game, and you're a selfless player as well.
Yeah.
That type of mentality and just thinking how you can impact other people. I think it's
good.
very evident in how you move in your day-to-day life, and that's going to pay off for you in the long run.
Most definitely.
Well, all right, that is going to wrap things up for today's episode. AD, I cannot thank you enough for joining me today.
Yeah, I appreciate you, my dog.
Thank you for
having me.
Yes, sir. It's been a great time sitting down talking to you.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode with Adrien Woolly. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Later this week, we'll be having the Shady Rays Hints of the Week posted for you guys to go ahead and guess who our next guest feature will be. But for now, this has been Will Hanke. Thank you for watching Behind the Grind, and keep on grinding.